Hi, this is Christina here from Christina Articulates, and today I'm reviewing something that I actually hadn't intended on buying, at least not ever, but not for a long time because of the price. Now, what I'm talking about is Astranova and her flotation station from New York. Now, I love Astranova, and I think she's a really cool doll, and I thought she was cute in the movie, even though she wasn't really in it very much. But this set up here in Canada is $70, just about $70, which I know that it's cool that she floats, and I think that's neat and all that, but $67, $70 is a lot of money for something like this, especially for me who doesn't really do a ton of play sets. I kind of had focused my energy on the Freak to Chic line. I thought that was really amazing, and there were only a few things from New York that I kind of wanted to pick. And I was going to wait for this for quite some time, especially since I remember when Frankie's Recharge Chamber, now you can find that for pretty much half price. I was going to wait. However, I'm sure that if you're in the Monster High kind of fandom and you see what's been going on, you'll know that there are actually two very, very different versions of Astranova out there. The first one that came out is this one here, which is the dark kind of like indigo blue purple color, and I really like this color. And then there's a more recent one that's come out where she's lavender, and she's a little more sparkly. Everything else is exactly the same except the doll is a completely different color, and I greatly prefer this dark one here because I think once we get her out of the box you'll be able to see it a bit more. But she has like stars on her face, and I think that with the darker skin color, the stars really stand out more, and they make her look more like a night sky, which is appropriate because she's the daughter of the comet aliens, it says here. And I like that. And I'm starting to notice that as they're selling and being replaced and the new ones are coming in, it's mostly the light ones. Not that she's not pretty, it's just a different look, and I prefer this look. And I noticed that at my Walmart, they had gotten a big display in specifically for the New York movie, where they'd gotten, one of those cardboard things, and there were 6 Astranovas, and they were all the lavender ones. And then on the shelf in the aisle, there were 4 Astranovas and only 1 dark one. So I think that the light one is going to be the one that we're going to start to find. Now, the reason that I got this when I did is because if you bought New York on DVD, or if your Walmart has one of those displays, check it out, because there's a $5 coupon off a Monster High purchase of $30 or more in those displays, at least in Canada. And then at Walmart, Astranova was also on rollback. She was already like $12 off, and then the coupon and all that stuff, so I got her for a much better price. And I'm pretty excited to have gotten her for the deal, even though I ended up getting her for about $45, which is still a lot, but it's less and much more in what I was kind of willing to pay for her, especially for the one that I really wanted, for this dark one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around so that we can see. I'm going to put the flotation station together. I am armed with fresh batteries and screwdrivers. We'll be able to get it all together. It does take 6 AA batteries. It says so on the box. So make sure you've got those handy when you pick up Astranova as well. And we'll have a closer look at the doll. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here Astranova is out of her box with her flotation station put together and floating on, or well, not floating. She's not floating yet. She's just stuck to it. Now the way that this works is that there is a magnet in her head, a pretty strong magnet, and then a magnet in here, and she just sticks to it. So let's have a quick look at the station first. So it's pretty big. I actually can't get far enough back to show it all to you without showing you my kitchen, which nobody needs to see. But so here it is. And this is her guitar, which we'll see that come into play in a little bit because it actually has a purpose too. So it's just this big bass that kind of looks like clouds, and then these pieces that kind of remind me of like parts of buildings or things like that with comet shards. And then this tall thing here, there's a skullette here that looks like the Statue of Liberty skullette thing in the New York movie. And then this big tall thingy It's hard to think of what to call all these things. But this looks like the tail of a comet going up into this purple thing, which has the magnet in it. So that's that. And it was really easy to put together. It's just this piece, which snaps into that, and then these two pieces. And this whole thing is all one, so it's really easy to put together. And you do need a little screwdriver to put the 6 batteries in. So heads up, kids, make sure you have your parents help get them to get that tiny screwdriver, and it'll be good to go. And let's have a quick look at Astranova. Okay, so I'm just going to lean her up against my backdrop here. She doesn't come with a stand because this is kind of her stand. And she's actually really cute. For starters, I'm not sure I knew that she was on the little sister body, but she is. And I love the little sister body. So that's really fun. And her face is really, really pretty. She has these huge eyes with actual stars in them. And then there's stars around them. And then there's also glitter embedded in her face, which is very nice. And her body is, like as I said, the lovely like dark indigo purple color. Oops. And it's all molded like with facets all over, which is fun. And she only has, put my camera down. She only has 3 fingers and 1 thumb. So she has long, skinny alien fingers. And I think that's really fun because that's totally different. And then her hair, it's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take this thing off because it's kind of in the way right now. All right. So her hair is like a dark blue and then shade with lighter purple underneath and silver tinsel, but it's only rooted in the very back here because this thing, her helmet, that has the magnet in it, that's all permanently embedded onto her head so that she can use the flotation station. So just as a heads up on that. And then it has these bright silver kind of wings on the sides and this microphone that curls around to her face. And she has the same silver on her arms, which is like, again, it looks kind of like shattered. And this is like a star. So it's kind of supposed to be like the shooting comet, which is neat. And her outfit, her dress is actually super, super cute. It's like a light blue with silver holographic designs, kind of just lines on it. And then this like purpley pink constellations. And then in the back, it has this sheer, 2 layers of sheer fabric that are kind of like a tail, which I like again, because she's supposed to be like a comet. And then her shoes are really cool. They're hot pink purple color, and again they're like the shards of the crystal. If you saw Boo York, you know they kind of remind me of the comet crystal there. And then they have the heel, they're really rubbery. And the heels are, I'm not really sure, but that's what they look like. And I wonder if her feet look different. Let's take her shoe off and see if her feet look different. And there's her foot. So it does actually look different than a regular Monster High doll. It's really she doesn't have like the molded toes like usual, and it's really like a real pointy right here. I'm not sure if that's like if it's kind of on purpose or not, but it does look different, so that's interesting. And then she was also wearing this sort of breastplate chest piece thing that clips around her waist, and again it looks like the comet shards. So now let's get to the moment of truth here, shall we? Okay, so I'm just going to back my camera up and hopefully we'll be able to see. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the station. No. Okay, so it is on. And then, where did my instructions go? Here we go. Okay, so she does come with a sheet of instructions here to put the comet or the guitar between the comet and the doll, and put the doll here. Okay, I took a little break to have a look at it. And let's try it again. Let's see if I can get it to work this time. Okay. There we go. Look at that. She's totally floating. That's actually really cool. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but also you can see that the comet lights up while she's floating, so that's pretty neat. And if you were to play music, the lights flash to the music. I'm not going to do that just because I don't have any music handy that is like copyright free and I don't want to get dinged for that. But look at that. There she is, floating in her flotation station. That's actually pretty amazing. And it says in the instructions that after 5 minutes, the magnet will turn off and she'll just, or the flotation will stop and she'll just rise up to stick to the comet. Which I actually think also looks pretty cool. So it's still a neat way to display her even if she's not floating all the time. So that is really cool. Now that I've figured it out, I'm really happy with it. Yeah, so that is Astranova and her flotation station. And so let me know what you guys think of this doll. Is this the kind of thing that you want to add to your collection, or is it a little too much, too expensive? And what do you think of Astranova herself? Because I think she's actually pretty beautiful, and I'm really glad that I was able to get this one, the darker colored one that I liked. And I'm glad to have her. Yeah. So, as always, I'm going to do a full photo review so we can look at all of Astranova's cool details on my blog, and that'll be christinaarticulates.blogspot.ca. Which you'll be able to find the link for down below in the description bar. And you can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. I'm Christina Articulates everywhere, so please follow me those places. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you do, we'll see you back here next time. Bye, guys.